Then the aunts and uncles sat down for dinner.
And there's a great rustling of tissue paper and a wrapping of parcels. And in the excitement to look at all the new presents, a Velveteen Rabbit was forgotten.
He was naturally shy, and being only made of velveteen, some of the more expensive toys quite snubbed him. The skin horse had lived longer in the nursery than any of the others.
What is real? You become it takes a long time.
Because once you're real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand.
The rabbit sighed. He thought it would be a long time before this magic called real happened to him. Here, take your bunny, she said. He'll do good to sleep with you.
At first, the rabbit found it very uncomfortable, for the boy hugged him very tight. But very soon he grew to like it, for the boy used to talk to him and made nice tunnels for him under the bedclothes that were like real burrows rabbits lived in.
And so time went on, and the little rabbit was very happy. So happy that he never noticed his beautiful velveteen fur grow shabbier and shabbier. Spring came and they had long days in the garden. For wherever the boy went, the rabbit went too. And once when the boy was called somebody to go to tea, the rabbit was left out in the lawn until after dusk.
And Nana had to come look for him with the candle, because the boy couldn't go to sleep unless he was there.
Auntie, all that fuss for a toy he isn't a toy, he's real. Nana noticed it next morning when she picked him up and said, I declare that Bunny has quite a knowing expression. One evening while the rabbit was lying there alone watching the ants that ran to and fro between his velvet paws in the grass, he saw two strange beings peep out of the tall bracken near him.
Why don't you get up and play with us? One of them asked.
I don't feel like it, said the rabbit. He hasn't got any hind legs.
I am real, said the little rabbit. I am real. The little boy said so, and he nearly began to cry. Oh dear, he thought. Why did they have to run away like that? Why couldn't they stop and talk to me?
Weeks passed and the little rabbit grew very old and shabby, but the boy loved him just as much.
He didn't mind how he looked to other people because the nursery magic had made him real. And when you're real, shabbiness doesn't matter. And then one day, the boy got ill. It was a long, weary time for the boy was too old to play. And the little rabbit felt rather dull, so that's what he do all day long.
But he snuggled down patiently and looked forward to the time when the boy should be well again.
And presently the fever turned and the boy got better. They had carried the boy out to the balcony wrapped in a shawl, and the little rabbit lay tangled up among the bedclothes thinking.
The room was to be disinfected and all the books and toys that the boy had played with in bed must be burned.
Hooray, thought the little rabbit. Tomorrow we shall go to seaside.
That, said the doctor. Why, it's a mess with scarlet fever germs. Burn it out once. And so the little buddy was put into a sack of old picture books and a lot of rugs. While the boy was asleep, dreaming of the seaside, the little rabbit lay among the old picture books in the corner behind the foul house, and he felt very lonely.
Of what use was it to be loved and lose one's beauty and become real if it all ended like this? And the tear, a real tear, trickled down his little shabby velvet nose and fell to the ground.
For where the tear had fallen, a flower grew out of the ground. And presently the blossom opened, and out of it there stepped a fairy. I am the nursery magic fairy. Wasn't I real before? You were real to the boy because he loved you. Now you shall be real to everyone. Run and play, little rabbit. But the little rabbit just sat quiet still for a moment and never moved.
He did not know that when the fairy kissed him that last time, she had changed him altogether. And before he thought what he was doing, he lifted his hind to scratch it.
And he found that he had hind legs.
He was a real rabbit at last, home with other rabbit. And autumn passed in winter, and in the spring, when the days grew warm and sunny, the little boy went out to play in the wood behind the house.
While he was playing, two rabbits crept out from the backyard and peeped at him. Why, he looks just like my old bunny that I lost my head, sorry.
But he never knew it was really his own bunny. Come back to look at the child who had first helped him to be real. On behalf of our class, we would like to thank all of the parents for coming and helping with tea.